Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your August 2017 mid-month readings. Thank you so much for joining us here today, and welcome to any newcomers. Thank you, as always, for all your likes, your shares, your subscribes, your support, feedback, comments. Thank you for taking the time to do that. Please keep that up. And to those of you who continue to reach out for personal one-on-one readings, thank you so much for those. And finally, always, thank you to my regular clients as well. Yes, for those of you who weren't aware from the beginning of the month readings, my background has changed because I am bouncing around Eastern Europe right now, currently in Poland, beautiful Poland, where it is raining here today. The internet is everywhere, so those of you who've been following me for a while know that even when I travel, I still keep up with posting general readings, doing one-on-one readings, and working with clients as well. So if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me and you haven't read with me before, you can click on the little About or Description button on my YouTube channel's homepage for more information and my email address, which is Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I do a wide variety of readings, and I do readings full-time 5 to 6 days a week. It is what I do, so turnaround time is usually pretty quick, anywhere between a few days upwards of 2 weeks, but I can usually get back with you within a day of your initial contact with information and schedule a reading anywhere within a 2-week period of time. So if you're interested, send me an email and we will go from there. Remember to check your rising and your moon sign videos as well, because these are general readings and there's many of you watching, so the specifics of how they play out in your lives are going to vary from person to person, although the energy fundamentally remains the same. So check your rising and your moon sign videos. One of them may play out a little more predictably for you than your sun sign, and give you additional insight and clarification to what's going on in your life for the time frame that the reading covers. We are looking at the last half of August 2017, so I will be pulling 2 cards for each of the last 2 weeks, time being somewhat fluid, of course, and with an additional 5th card from the bottom of the deck for overall energy and guidance. So this reading is for the water sign of Cancer, Cancer the crab, for August 2017 mid-month. And Cancer, we have the 3 of Swords, followed by the Devil. We have the 3 of Wands, followed by the Magician. Lovely. And as your crowning card from the bottom of the deck, overall energy and guidance is the Star. Beautiful. So it looks like kind of a mixed bag of energy, but the message overall is quite beautiful, lovely, and positive, Cancer. So we start with the 3 of Swords, followed by, oh, there's a weird glare because of the fluctuating light in here, the Devil. So the 3 of Swords, air energy. Let's see, we have Swords, Wands, and then 3 major arcana cards. Interesting, Leo had 3 major arcana cards out of 5 too, so strong sense of divine timing and orchestration at work here. The 3 of Swords can be a challenging card. It can represent heartache, heartbreak, a very deep sense of disappointment. Sometimes in relationships it can represent heartbreak or emotional pain because of infidelity or cheating, because there is a triangular energy with the 3 swords piercing this. How this plays out in your life, again, it's a general reading. So for some of you, this might be in the relationship sector of your life, and even under that umbrella, it could be romantic relationships, a close friend, a sibling, etc. Some of you, it could be emotional pain or difficulty within the work sector of your life. How it manifests, because it's a general reading, it's going to be different, but the energy remains the same. It looks like there's some kind of it's rarely something that occurs right at that specific moment or right in the middle of mid-month. So for some of you, this is probably something that's just ongoing. But I feel like for most of you, if not all of you, it's ongoing now, or it's relatively recent because it's still fresh. You're dealing with, it looks like, some kind of sadness or emotional pain or grief of some kind. It could be loss of some kind as well. And there's a sense of imbalance around it, of kind of being up and down. I feel the kind of emotions being up and down. Sometimes you're able to think about it and put some clarity and some insight to it, and other times it's just kind of a challenging sense of sadness for you. Some of you, again, in relationships, there may be a sense of betrayal accompanying this. Maybe you feel like somebody wasn't faithful to you, or it didn't honor something. Some of you, I'm getting that this is work. Some of you, I'm getting a message from somebody just got fired recently, but it was a very unexpected sort of thing, and you're actually feeling kind of a sense of betrayal from that as well. I think maybe you were there for quite some time. Now, the Three of Swords is accompanied by the Devil. So the Devil fundamentally represents imbalance, kind of the scales being out of whack. It can represent addictions, conventional addictions like alcohol, drugs, gambling, sex, shopping, etc. It can represent imbalance in unhealthy relationships, too much power and control, neediness, obsessiveness, clinginess. It can represent a very strong temptations, things that you have difficulty saying no to, vices that you tend to go to extremes in. However it plays out for you, some of you, this could be an actual addiction process. Some of you, I feel, okay, I'm getting that somebody, maybe a small group of people, but at least somebody who's watching this needs to hear this, just recently entered a rehab program for an addiction issue of some kind. You're still in the beginning phases and the difficult phases of it. I think you're clean and sober, but I think you're perhaps at that place in the early stages of your recovery where perhaps some of the damage that you've done to your life because of poor choices is kind of coming home to you, and you're having difficulty dealing with that. You have to remember too, however this plays out in your life, your overall message being the star, the overall message is quite lovely, positive, and beautiful in terms of having hope and faith, and you're being able to manifest and create a completely different and beautiful energy. It just looks like as we start out, it's in a difficult place. We're kind of describing where you're at. A sense of imbalance with that too. Some of you, this pain or this emotional pain, heartache, sorrow, grief, regret, maybe some guilt and shame that you're going through is causing a sense of imbalance, of emotional imbalance mostly in your life. Some of you, I mean, either way you look at it, it's kind of the same, whether the emotional pain is causing imbalance, the imbalance is causing emotional pain. It's kind of the same. It looks like it's just a challenging place for you to be in. So next we move into more positive energy and messages. We have the Three of Wands, followed by the Magician. Some of you, this is personal relationships, romantic relationships as well. Could be recent breakups, maybe secrets being revealed that hurt you, or about you that hurt the other person. I just got kind of a wave of that whole personal, yeah, and again, a work-related thing too, being fired, being let go, being downsized, getting pink slipped kind of thing too. So a variety of messages coming through here. It just looks like a difficult time for some of you, kind of around the middle of August or so. But you have the ability, everything within you, to change your path and to actually, in moving forward, create, build, and manifest something new for yourself. We have the Three of Wands, followed by the Magician for at or towards the end of August 2017. The Three of Wands, fire energy, which is, I mean, this suit is all about change, movement, action, power. It's very fluid, forward thinking, forward moving, creating, building, manifesting energy. The Three of Wands is about laying the groundwork, the footwork for something for your future. In the previous card, the Two of Wands, it would show a man standing at a crossroads, needing to choose one path or the other, and trying to figure out which path to choose. And in that card, in that part of the journey, it's all about, okay, which path do I choose? Well, it's all about, where do I want to end up? What's my long-term goal? What do I really wanting to hope to achieve down the road? That's what the preceding card, the Two of Wands, is about. So at the Three of Wands, you know what your long-term goal is. You know kind of where you're wanting to end up. So the Three of Wands is about starting to do the footwork, starting to take the physical action, the manifesting, doing your homework, your research, laying the groundwork to move yourself towards that long-term goal, doing everything that you can to make sure that as you move forward, it's about being at the beginning of the path of, you've chosen your goal, and now you're starting to do the work to move yourself towards that goal, to turn that goal into reality, to begin to manifest, to lay the actual footwork, the actual action steps and groundwork to that. It's a very positive card. It's a card that has kind of the aura, the anticipation of kind of sending the ship off, waiting for it to come in. You're doing all of the work. You're building, creating, manifesting for a beautiful outcome down the road. And it's paired with the Magician, a major arcana card, a beautiful, powerful card, an independent, strong card, which the Magician is as an individual. He creates for his audience, and he's very good at his craft. He's very good at what he does because of the length of time he's put into it. He has taken the time to build and learn and grow, and he's learned through his mistakes, his choices, both good choices and poor choices, trial and error, success and triumph, failure and defeat. He's learned from all of those. He hasn't allowed any of it to get him stuck or get him down permanently. He's taken the value and the lessons learned from every aspect of his journey and working at his craft. So now he's reached a point in his life and in his journey and his craft where he can build, grow, manifest anything that he wants because he has the time behind him, the wisdom, the experience, the knowledge in order to build and create whatever he wants to set out goal, to have that goal and to go, okay, this is what I want, and now I'm going to pull together the resources and I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make what I'm thinking, what I'm dreaming, what I'm wanting a reality. It's about taking your determination, will, perseverance, and manifesting it in an external way to make something real. Create, build, manifest about your future moving forward. Very positive, very powerful card, and a very strong message from the universe, Cancer, saying even though it looks like you are in or have recently been in a very challenging time, perhaps even an emotionally painful time, and you may think, oh, I can't get up, I can't start over, I can't do it again. You can. You have absolutely everything that you need in order to choose what you want in your life and actually begin to turn it into reality. Now, your overall message, beautiful, one of my favorite cards, the Star card, overall energy and guidance, straight from God's lips to your ears. God, Spirit, the universe, guides, whatever your connection to Source is. The Star is about hope, faith, but more than that, it's about kind of a renewed sense of hope and faith. This is the kind of card that I see show up after something challenging is happening or when someone is dealing with something difficult. It's being ill for a long time and then starting to recover and starting to feel hopeful again, going through a bad breakup and kind of crawling into your emotional cave for a while, and then one day you wake up and you walk outside, you realize, hey, the sun is still shining, life is still meant to be lived, maybe there's still some hope and beauty and love left in the world for me. Kind of a darkness into light, winter into spring, sickness into health feeling, waking up and just feeling like it's possible again. Hope, faith, optimism, having a childlike faith in the path in front of you, even if you can't see more than a step in front of you, knowing that the universe loves you and wants the best for you, and even if you can't see how that's playing out, walking the path anyway, putting one foot in front of the other, and trusting that everything that you need will be provided to you along this path that leads to your joy and fulfillment. Renewed sense of hope, faith, and optimism. A beautiful, powerful reading, Cancer. Yeah, a mixed bit of sort of energy because it looks like there's some emotional pain or difficulty around something in your life, and what that something is going to represent differently because it's a general reading. But that's life. I mean, it's not all sunshine and roses, and sometimes we go through really difficult parts in our life. It's about dealing with that, not getting stuck in any part of the grieving process or moving process, taking what value and lessons we can. Was this as a result of decisions I made? If so, what can I learn from this? Take that as wisdom, experience, and knowledge and move on, because you have absolutely everything you need, Cancer, to change, to build, to create, to manifest what you want, particularly in your long-term goals and plans down the road. And Spirit is saying, have hope and faith, dear, because it's totally possible. We're there with you, helping you, guiding you, even if you can't see that. Beautiful, beautiful reading, Cancer. So that pretty much wraps up your August 2017 mid-month reading. Thank you so much for watching it. Again, if any of you are interested in a more personal one-on-one, just tailored for you reading, and you haven't read with me before, you can click on the About or Description button on my YouTube channel's homepage for more information, and my email address, which is Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you. I will see you all again soon, and until then, as always, Cancer, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.